First with Anthony.
Coach, following the red card on Reyes, I know you mentioned...
Recording in progress.
Sorry. Coach, following the red card with Reyes, you mentioned that you would speak to him after the game. You don't have to give details, but can you describe a little bit what that conversation was like, and has Reyes grown from learning from what happened?
It was not. It was a very short conversation, to be honest. So I said to him that I don't want to see this anymore. So sometimes could be happen, but only one time, and I don't want to see this for the second time. And he said also directly sorry to me, to the whole coaching staff. So yeah, he has to learn about this situation, and I'm sure he will learn.
Thanks, Jorge.
Coach, it was a great game. Obviously, they played great. Went a man down.
Yeah.
What did that show about the resilience of your team after still coming out gunning after being down a man? Excuse me.
About these 50 minutes, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was great, and I watched this game also in the evening in my house. And when I saw this game, especially these 50 minutes, this was great. The performance, the mentality, to help each other, to support also to each other, and we had the moments also for these 3 points, especially after winning balls at the end of the game. So was good tactically, was very well in a lot of moments. Also our back four behavior, these 2 center backs in our box defending, and we need the same mentality. Hopefully we can play 11 against 11 the whole game on Saturday. But we need the same level of the energy. We need the same tactical behavior, the same tactical responsibility to help each other. This is what we need against a very good team, against LAFC.
Thanks for the JJ.
Coach, this week you're going to be playing against LA. You're going to be without Reyes due to the red card, and obviously with Peter with his injury, without him.
Yeah.
What unique challenges now does that you have to face going in there? Usually it's one player, now you've got multiple players.
Yeah, it's a challenge. First of all, it's a challenge because it's a very good team with a very good head coach, and also Steve Ciarunulo. I know him from Germany as well. Yeah, with these injuries, it's tough. It's also, and I think also for the whole team, for us, the whole club, is the first time that we have this experience in 4 days that we lose 3 important players for us, for their individual development, for such a long term now, and it's tough, but now it's the situation now. So we know now that we have a lot of quality in our roster, and especially then also for our young players, and this is now also the chance for such young players then also to make the next steps, then not only in the training session and also in the games.
We'll go back to Anthony.
Coach, for such a long trip out to LA, does anything change with preparation? Do you not go as hard, like just to keep legs fresh going into such a long
Yeah. Also today, the training session on Wednesday, normally match day -3 is the biggest load, and also match day -4 is the biggest load in our trainings week, and we changed today a little bit. It was a little bit load, but not the highest now intensity. I think this is very important that we don't have also that we have also tomorrow when we have this flight 5 hours, I think 5.5 hours then, that we don't have the situation that we are so tired then also, and also the time difference and something like that. This is a new experience for me as well as the head coach, but it changed a little bit the preparation, but not the idea how we want to play.
Next we go to Mark Fishkin on Zoom.
Hey, Coach.
Hi.
How are you? Can you please give us a detailed look at what's Peter dealing with, as well as Serge? Obviously, the club honoring him before the match, holding up the jersey. Can you be specific about what their challenges are?
Yeah, they had yesterday the surgery, both of them, on Tuesday. Was yesterday? Yeah, Tuesday. So Tuesday in the morning was Serge, I think, and in the afternoon was Peter, and our doctor and the whole medical staff made a great job also the last days in the communication with these players, and also to organize everything. and I got the information today. It was very great, great job of the doctors, of the whole medical, about from the surgery, and this is now the point. And I sent yesterday the messages to Serge and to Pete also, and now this is the only thing what we can do is now to support Pete, Serge, and also Mitch, all these guys, and this is what we are doing, and also that we are very helpful with the whole medical stuff. This is what we can do, and hopefully then they come back as soon as possible.
To be clear, though, their specific injuries, can you share with us what they were?
Yeah, this is knee. Both Serge Nagomal is a knee surgery, was it, and from Pete was the ankle.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Are you expecting them back this season?
Hopefully, yeah. Hopefully.
Thank you.
But not the next weeks, to be honest, not the next weeks.
Sure, for sure. Thank you.
Yeah.
Next, we go to Michael Batista on Zoom.
Coach, thank you so much for the time. Kind of following up for what JJ and Mark just asked, could we also just get a clarification of what is going on with Roel Mitchell? We know he had the non-contact. He went down without contact on Sunday against Chicago Fire 2. And this is someone who's had a couple MLS appearances for you. He's been on the bench for every game this season. Could we just get any sort of more clear update of what he's going through? And in terms of Peter Stroud, what does his loss mean to this team? This is someone who openly said like he was hungry this season, that he wanted this to be a benchmark year. And he, through the first part of the season, he'd been a big playmaker in the midfield. So can you talk about what his loss is going to do for this team?
Yeah, to answer your first question is with Ronald Mitch is also a knee injury from the game in the second team on Sunday, and I think also that is a long-term injury, and yeah, it's also not a good situation. This is what I mentioned the last 4 or 5 days before the weekend and also at the weekend, that we lost for long term these 3 players. And Pete was in the games, in every training session was great, was in a physical very good spot, and also in his mentality and in his behavior, and so it's not good for us that he now is for long term that he's out, but this is the situation. So, and we were also very sad the first days for these 3 players, but now is the situation, and this is now my job also to find the best solution with our roster, with our players, and it's clear that Danny Edelman will play, and he's also for us a very important player, top player, and he showed this in the games before the national break. So, and he will play for sure on Saturday.
Next, we go to Gustavo.
Coach, good afternoon. Thank
Good
you for
afternoon.
your time. Can you update us regarding Corey Burke too, his situation after all this time he has been out?
Yeah, Curry Burke is doing now individual program with our medical staff on the field, not only off the field, also on the field, and hopefully he can start next week after the LAFC game, the team trainings sessions.
Next, we go to Alex.
Alex here with the Exchange. Having a tough road game against LAFC, and obviously in the last game not scoring. How are you guys going to try to approach this game offensively, especially going against a keeper like Hugo Lloris?
Yeah, we have to analyze all phases of LAFC, and this is a very good team, very tough game also on Saturday on the road. So we have to defend very compact. This is necessary against these individual quality also, and they have high quality in transition moments in both directions, after winning ball and also after losing ball in their counter press. So it's a big challenge for us to find good solutions with the ball, but also to find for us a good moment, good pressing triggers for us in our defense behavior. And it's a good, very good team, very good coach. So this is what we have to prepare the whole week, and also now the next 2 days till Saturday.
Next, we go to Christian Ortiz on Zoom.
Hi, good afternoon, Coach. Obviously, it's unfortunate news to have players out. Just wanted to ask you an update on Sean Nealis, who was listed as questionable in the last game. Is he dealing with an injury? Is he 100% fit? And as a follow-up, with so many injuries, is the team looking to perhaps go into the market to find replacements for these players?
No, the market I think is open here. It's 1 week I think it's open here. So yeah, we discussed also about this this issue. Do we find now a player on 6th position or on as a striker or 10th position now? So, but now is the confidence, and we believe in our roster now. So I don't know, could be change something in the summer market, to be honest. But now in this week, nothing will happen now. And the first question was?
With Sean Nealis.
Yeah, Sean Nealis.
He was listed as
Yeah. Sean Nealis is ready. He's ready. He had some problems after Cincinnati game, some problems. So he started before the Chicago game on Thursday, I think, in the team training session. But now in the last 2 days he was full in team training. So hopefully next 2 days nothing happens. So then he will play on Saturday.
Hey everyone, we have time for 2 more questions with Coach. First, go to Dan.
Hello, Sandro. Thank you for your time, and hope you're doing well. Talking about LAFC, what's the formula to prevent Denny Bawanga from putting the ball in the back of the net? He's just such a fantastic goal scorer for LAFC. What do you have to do to prevent him from doing that in this match?
Yeah, 1-against-1 player with his speed. Good space behavior, good timing for deep runs, and also in his dribblings. Sometimes it goes to the right side, sometimes to the left side, so he finds good moments, and also it's not only on one side, so on both sides. And yeah, good with his speed, very good technique in these 1-against-1 dribblings. So this is what we have to defend. Hopefully most of the time in 2-against-1 situation, then the advantage is higher to win the ball. And sometimes you will also have the situation 1-against-1, then you have to defend very intelligent against him. And yeah, he's a very good player with his speed, and especially then also on the second post after cross situations from the right side, from LAFC right side, and it's also on the second post a lot of times there, and this is what we have to defend. Yeah.
And I'll finish up with Christian.
Coach, just kind of switching gears here. A lot of people kind of talked about Julian Hall's situation with him not being able to play because of local state laws. I was curious what navigating that situation had been like for you. I'm sure it was probably the first time you've ever had to really deal with something like that. And then
for sure, it was the first time.
And then how has your mentality changed now that you're not beholden to that? How does that impact how you use him going forward and kind of continue to integrate him in the roster?
Yeah, it's good. It's good now that we know that he's able to play every week, and not to look, okay, maybe in a away game he's able. So I think it was the first game in Nashville he was on our bench. So it's good. It's good that he's also then in our rhythm, in our trainings rhythm, and also then sometimes to have the opportunity to play for the second team. This is necessary for these young players, but it's good. It's good that he's now in our roster, and he will be for sure for Saturday also on the bench.
Coach, thank you for joining us. We appreciate your time.
Thank you. Have a good day.